to GE 405 Engineering Economy, and today inshallah we will have our discussion regarding to chapter 2 part 1, which I request that to be covered from last lecture. So please, if you have your questions, make it ready to answer them, and we will go just to recap what was chapter 2 part 1 about. It was about how the time and interest affect the money in terms of the value. So the value of money change over the time, and how we can convert the value of money using the tables and using the formulation or the standard formulation for converting the value of money over time, as it is given in the slide here. X given Y, X for the needed or the unknown variable like present or annual or future, and Y is the given variable of present or time, annual or future, given that the interest rate and the number of years that you would like to change the value of money over. And there was explanation of examples, how you change the value of money over the time using the tables. And it stops where is the uniform series shift. And the uniform series shift, it is explained in the second video, which we will discuss it on the Wednesday. So please have your questions and prepare them so we can discuss them today. Anyone has a question? Yes, Nasser? Who wants to? Yes, Haytham, yes.
Doctor, why did you say here 1 year ahead for first A? How can we measure?
Okay, I will explain it. How
The remember
or why?
way. The remember.
Yes, yes, I know. This is actually, it's a very important part. In finding the present from an annual, the formula, not the table, the formula, it has a shift for 1 year. Given that usually the consideration of the year is at the end of the year, so they go back for 1 year in finding the present based on the formula that is from the specialist in the economist. Due to that fact, when you find the present from annual, you have to calculate the present a year ahead, because the value that is given on the annual, it is placed on, or it is representing the value by the end of that year. So to find the year before, you have to go back for 1 year, but for the future, it is considering that the value of money you find it in the same year is the same the value you find it at the end of that year. Since both of them, they are placed on the same year. So only in the present, finding the present from an annual, you have to go back for 1 year. So for example, you have the annual starting from year 2 to year 5. To find the present, in this case, you have to find the present at year 1. And you calculate the number of years after year 1, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 in this case. If you want to find the future from this annual, so the future will be placed on the year 5. If you want to find the future at year 5, so it will be placed at year 5, and you count the number of years from the years before or the beginning of the annual, starting from year 2 to 5. Giving an example here, to find the present for the years from 2 to 6, it was given that the present of annual for 5 years and then converted to year 0. Is it clear, Haytham? That's only for the present from the annual. But the future, you don't apply that. You apply it regularly.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Now there is a question in the chat box. Please, I would like from you to read it and try to solve it. What is the 1 million represent? So if we want to do the formulation, what will be the formulation for this problem? What will be the formulation for this problem? F given A, okay, excellent. 1 million, P given A, no. F given A, yes. No, Firas. Is it F given A or P given A? Okay, good, yes. Why it is F given A? Future required, and why it is A not P? Yes, Yusuf?
Annual, because doctor. Because it's for 8 years.
Each year, yes, excellent.
Mm.
Because in the question says that it is each year. So it says that the 1 million capital investment each year for 8 years. That means it is an annual. Okay, great. So you do this formulation and you multiply it with 1 million. That is the answer for that problem. And any questions regarding to the other examples that covered in the chapter 2 you would like to ask? Yes.
Doctor, these lectures, where can we see it again if we want to see the new examples?
I posted also on the YouTube under discussion for chapter 1 or discussion for chapter 2 and so on. Also, you can go, you are in MA1 or MB1?
No, I'm the second who is starting at 4.5, MB1, I think.
Okay, okay. Because the students who are in this section, they can go to the recorded sessions from their section, and they can download it over there. And if you are in one group, I mean, having a WhatsApp or whatever group you have, those students from this section, they can download the videos right away after the lecture end. They can download it and they can share it with you. Or I post it on the YouTube channel, on you can watch it, but you will look for the discussion, not the original lectures or a tutorial. This is called discussion. So it is just basically discussing extra problems for the chapters. So either way, you can find it. We can have another problem or another question. We need our request from random students. The formulation I will post now on the chat box. Please don't write the answer because I'm going to pick from the list here. عاصم الحربي. عاصم.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, Asim. Please find the value of the formulation of the bracket. I put it on the chat box.
The same question above?
I just posted there, A given P, 10% for number of years, 10. From the table. Asim, are you there?
Yes, yes. I think it is 1607.
0.6? No. Pay attention. Make sure that you are opening the 10% table, not any other percent. Look for the number of years and then give me the value. You know, or I go to other students?
There is a table. I see it in the table. It is one
Yes.
point 0.16.
0.16. Okay, 0.16. If you said this before, I didn't hear the 0.1. I hear 0.6. Okay, 0.1627. Yes, correct. Awesome. Excellent. Muhammad Al-Sharif.
دكتور.
The same table, I want you to find P given A.
P given A.
10% for 10 years.
6.145.
أحسن. ممتاز. Thank you, Muhammad. Anyone has question? Doesn't know how to find the value from the tables? Doesn't know how to change the value over the cash flow? Ask your question and don't be shy. Okay, no questions. Let's take another problem.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes, Ammar.
In the book, there is the formula in chapter 2, the single amount factors, ال A وال BF ال B over F. ايش الفرق بينه؟ What is the difference between when I use this formula, the single amount or the uniform series?
Okay. First of all, the formulas are a way to get the values that in the bracket, like here, like P given F10 to year 1. The
Yeah,
tables
because
do the same job of the formula.
uh,
But now for the single value or the shift series, this is something different. The shift series is going to be covered in the second part, which you will watch it this week before the Wednesday. Which when you have, for example, like here, values, equal values from year 2 to year 10, and ask you to find this value either in a form of a single value on year 1 or in a form of another annual, but from year, let's say 4 to year 12, as the question here asking to find it from 4 to 15. So these values is a shift series, mean it's a series of equal amount, which is annual amount, because they are equal, and series معناها متواصلة ومتسلسلة. You have to find it again in annual, but in a different time format. Now it is given from 2 to 10. He asks you to find it from 4 to 15. This will be discussed in the second part of chapter 2. But if you are talking about the formula that is appeared on the tables at the beginning of the tables, which I will share it with you now, just give me a minute. If you mean these tables, ya Ammar, the one here given in the first page,
Yes, this one, the
those
formula.
formulas, yeah, those formulas, that's how the tables were built from the beginning. For example, you want to find if given P for interest rate 5 and number of years 3. So you will place the I with the 0.05, which is the ratio, and 3 as N here, and you calculate it to find the F given P. Instead of doing all that steps, the tables were generated to calculate it for you. So you don't have to recall those formulas. Those are given just to show you how it's been founded from the beginning. Yes, those tables are done by those formulas. And also to answer your question previously, Haytham, regarding the present, from the annual, you can see why is the minus appeared over here due to the fact of the annual. But anyway, it is just about considering that the present representing that the end of the year and the future is considered to be in the same exact year. So yeah, the tables are generated from those formulas. And all what you have to do is just follow the tables. Those formulas are not needed to be memorized, or you are not going to be requested in the exam to use them, because even if you have an interest rate that is not given from the tables, like for example, I ask you to find the problem and solve the problem for a person interest rate 15.5. You can find it using interpolation, which is also explained on the video, and showed you an example how you do the interpolation.
linear interpolation صح دكتور؟ هو اللي معانا؟
Yes.
اوكي.
Yes.
انه يمر علينا في الثيرموداينامكس حتى.
Yes, I believe it is already either this recorded part 1 or part 2. You will have the interpolation explained with an example. You find it also in the slide.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, I will do the attendance while if you have any further questions to be asked, let's do the attendance. I will do the same random. We will start with MA1. Okay. Ibrahim Al-Zahrani. Ibrahim Al-Zahrani. Absent. Ahmed Khalil. Ahmed Khalil. Absent. Ahmed Amin Banjar. Amin Banjar. Amin Banjar, I see your name is here in the session.
حاضر دكتور حاضر.
طيب فينك يا أمير؟
كان معلق عندي معلش.
طيب أوكي. خالد المحمدي.
حاضر يا دكتور.
عادل الرحيلي.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب عبد الرحمن مطر.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب عبد الرحمن حجو. عبد الرحمن حجو. absent. طيب عبد العزيز السراني. تمام. عبد العزيز سكر. عبد العزيز سكر. طيب. عبد العزيز حسين. عبد العزيز يوسف حسين. ليس حسين موجود. عبد الله البوق.
حاضر يا دكتور.
دكتور عبد العزيز سكر أرسل لي واتساب بيقول معلق عنده بس اسمه موجود بالكشف.
اوكي. طيب. عبد الهادي اللهيبي.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب. عمر الرحيلي. اوكي. فراس كردي. اوكي. محمد المطيري. محمد المطيري. طيب. ناصر السيد.
ناصر حاضر دكتور.
طيب. يزيد السهلي.
حاضر يا دكتور محمد المطيري.
طيب. يا يزيد السهلي. تمام. الآن MB1. إلياس مرغلاني. إلياس. تمام. رائد المخلفي. تمام. صالح بن سالم. صالح أحمد بن سالم. طيب. عبد الإله قاضي.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب. عبد الرحمن جيار. نعم. عبد العزيز المغدوي. تمام. فارس الحازمي. محمد إبراهيم الرحيلي.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب. مروان رفاعي. مروان.
حاضر يا دكتور.
طيب. يزن حجيلي.
حاضر.
طيب يعني. اوكي. questions. اي اسئله؟
ايوه دكتور، بس بتاكد الله يرضى عليك اللي هو اني فاهم مساله الجداول. ال ال
Yes.
ال الاجابه على السؤال اللي انت حطيته دكتور اللي هي 10% for 10 years تكون بالشكل التالي 0.06 عشان بتاكد من الارقام اللي موجوده بالجدول اللي في الكتاب يعني.
طيب. I asked two questions في التيبل. واحد كان A given B 10% for 10 years.
تمام.
اوكي. This one خلينا اول شيء نفتح التيبل. 10. اوكي. نكملها. طيب ال 10% on 10 years. The question, the first one, A given P. A given P, you look for this column here and you go until number 10.
اللي هو sinking fund صح؟ اللي
أيوة
هو
follow me أيوة, you see the pointer. It will be 0.1627. The answer will be 0.1627. And then I asked another question. I said, what is the P given A? The P given A.
ال P given
P given A for the same row, it is here. It's 6.1446.
ايوه تمام.
Okay? So this is how you find it from the table. Rakan, you have question?
شكرا دكتور.
دكتور الله يعطيك العافية، أنا ما سمعت اسمي الله يعافيك.
طيب الأسماء قلنا يا أخوان، اللي ما يسمع اسمه معناها محضر، اللي سمع اسمه وجاوب برضه محضر، واللي سمع اسمه ما كان موجود هذا غايب. لكن احنا we are doing random attendance.
طيب تمام.
طيب
دكتور
يس عبد الرحمن.
دكتور أنا أضفت المادة الأسبوع اللي فات يوم الاثنين.
طيب
فماني عارف صراحة كيف أتواصل مع الشباب، هل في جروب للمادة أو حاجة زي كذا؟
طيب
هذا الشيء هذا دكتور.
There is a student, his name Haytham. I think he's with us here. Maybe you have organized already a group to share with the students all the previous lectures. أرسل لك على الواتساب الشات بوك. طيب
الشيء الثاني دكتور تسمح لي؟ الشيء الثاني دكتور، أنت مسجل لي غياب في محاضرة اللي هي يوم 11 وأنا أصلا ما كنت ضايف المادة يعني.
Okay, send me email. Okay, وإن شاء الله.
Okay, thank you.
Now answering Rakan questions, because this appeared from all students from MA1. I need a student from MA1. Students from MA1 can download the lecture and send it to this group in the WhatsApp so everyone can watch it. I can post it on the YouTube also, but in the YouTube, if you are okay with all this discussion to be recorded, because we are doing attendance, we are doing, it's not like the first time lecture. I do it in a way that I explain all the material in the beginning, then I give time for the questions, so the video, it is more smooth to be watched. If you don't mind, I can post it on the YouTube. I'm fine with that. I can post it under the name of discussion of chapter 2 part 1, which is fine for me. And then the students, they will watch whatever part they would like to watch, and they skip the other part since it's on the YouTube. Okay?
والله اليوتيوب دكتور more convenient، يعني أسهل مرة كثير صراحة.
أسهل. Yes, I know it is better than the okay. And sometimes I hear يعني the reason, one of the reasons why I opened the channel, the Blackboard seems to have an issue in the download or in opening the video on the Blackboard. It doesn't allow the students to watch more than a certain limit. It seems like there was a technical issue. I don't know if it's resolved or no. So I told them I will post them all on the YouTube. So anyway, all videos will be on the YouTube, the channel, and inshallah on the next meeting on the Wednesday, I will have more questions. But today I wanted to make sure that you use the table, you know how to use them, you know how to convert the value from present to annual or annual to present. But the next problems will be more complex because the shift series will appear and there is the more complexity comes. So I'll prepare slides, problems, and we will solve it like the last time. And also I will post it under the YouTube channel. Anyone can leave after this. The attendance is already taken, but if you have questions, you can still stay and ask. And inshallah, today's lecture will be posted by tonight, inshallah, on the YouTube.